It's -3 in Glasgow and entitlement is running wild.
Hearts are the comeback kings. Meanwhile, Celtic are the king of complaints. The fans can't handle it. Are the board throwing away the title? Are those bum cheeks beginning to clench? I think they are. 2 points dropped at Pittodrie. And Rangers close the gap. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football for your SPFL review show. Now, we've got a lot to talk about in the top flight, but before we can do that, sadly, we need to run through the lower leagues. No offence to fans from clubs in these leagues. I mean, someone's got to do it, and I respect you guys a lot. Not everybody can be a glory hunter, so if you're a fan of Bonnyrigg or Stranraer, then fair play
Fair play to you, boy.
Fair play to you, laddie. Anyway, let's quickly get through this. Bonnyrigg Rose nil, Stranraer nil. A bunch of yellow cards in this game, but no goals. Clyde 1, Peterhead 1. I actually predicted a Clyde. Did I say Clyde to win? I definitely went.
Why you get shafted? 95th minute penalty.
I definitely went with Clyde getting a result. It might have been a Clyde win, it might have been a draw. Either way, Clyde, they do need to start getting wins, but at least they didn't lose. You know, they can build on this.
No, they need it to win this because their relegation rivals both won.
Oh, okay. They need it. Oh, right,
Elgin won, Forfar won, and that puts them in the mud. Clyde are in the mud. And then our final game, Stenhousemuir 1-0. I mean,
you're just going to gloss over fucking Forfar?
I talked about them both. Yeah, I tell you what, though, right? There's no goals. This is your 1.5 at the windy. 0-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, and 1 each. So you would have 1 at the 5.
It was very fucking dry here. Very, very dry.
It was dry. It was drier than the Sahara Desert.
Right,
well, fuck you go. Fuck come out the same thing at once. Right, anyway, League 2 table.
Drier than a drought in Africa.
There you go. Alright, so we've got Stenhousemuir, 50. They're clear. Hopefully they draw their next game, because we all like 56, don't we?
56, a decent wee number.
Decent wee number. Clyde, 15, not a decent wee number. Unless your name's Adam Johnston. So, let's move on to League 1. Big man. And we've got the League 1 results. We've got Ann Athletic against... It was double A against double A. Ann Anderson against Ann Anderson.
What a shite matchup
that is. The Four Horsemen.
I think I predicted a draw in this one. Normally, if I see two teams with the same beginning letters, I just go for a draw. You can't really go wrong with that logic.
Name me a team that's got, like, double... Like, both bits of their club name begin with A that's actually good. And it can be like BB, like Blackburn Buddies or something, even though I know it's
oh, God. Bannockburn. Bastards.
No, we're talking about an actual fucking team. Name me the best one.
Cardiff City. There you go. That's not a bad one.
Yeah, it's not a bad one.
That's not a bad shout there.
Oh, would they be the best, though?
Well, I'm not saying they're the best, like, but it's a decent wee shout.
It is.
It's a decent wee shout.
I can't think of another one anyway. Let's not bore you to death. Kelty Hearts 1-3-0.
No, because I'm actually going to be constantly thinking about it for the rest of the review.
Forget I said about it, right? Don't become obsessed like some people.
Borussia Dortmund.
Right, moving on. Kelty Hearts 3-0. Hamilton 2-0. Cove Rangers, Stirling Albion 2 each. And that was last week, so who gives a shit? Yeah, obviously the SPFL Trust Trophy was on, so every game was in action. But Falkirk sit clear, they're going to win the league easy.
Coventry City?
Right, Cardiff are clear of them.
Fair enough.
I seen some guy, right, Cardiff City fans, let's talk about it. Obviously Turnbull went to Cardiff, right, 2 million, which I think's an alright deal for all involved. Some guy said, how about we sign Shankland? And then some guy said about Shankland being nowhere near the level of what Cardiff City need. Thoughts?
That baffles me. That absolutely baffles me. So Turnbull's a good signing for Cardiff City, but Shankland would be a shite one?
Yeah.
I mean, what do you mean, what did Cardiff City need? They don't need a guy that puts the ball in the back of the net. Well, there you go. Bang, bang, that's what Shankland does. So I don't get that logic.
They're like, oh, he's League 2 standard and all this pish.
Fuck right off League 2 standard. Hold on here. Shea Adams was stealing 11 in the Premier League. And I know who I'd rather trust to put the ball in the back of the net. I think Shankland could easily do it for a Premier League team. Maybe not. He's not top tier, but I mean, I'm sure he could cope at Southampton.
I
see no reason why not.
No, there's no reason why Shankland couldn't get a game for a team at the bottom of the Premier League.
Yeah,
like a Luton
or top Championship.
I mean, fucking Ollie McBurney plays for Sheffield United. I know they just got pumped 5-0, and before we get to another 5-0, Dundee United beat Ayr United 2-1.
Very lucky Dundee United there. They managed to get the win, but it looked like they were going to drop points here.
Former player, Bisic, or
Hold
whatever
on,
it's
wait,
called.
did we really talk about League One there?
We did. I covered
I must
it.
have been too busy thinking about that.
Aye, you were thinking about double A's and double C's. Well, how about this one? We've got 2-1, so yeah, Dundee United, crucial for them. But Bisic, who I was talking about, formerly for Dundee United, remember that? Their big money move, the left back, the Australian
Ajax
international.
Amsterdam.
That's the best one. It has to be. I can't get a better one than that.
Definitely not. Like us. I think it has to be it. Like,
But anyway, he plays for Al Nassr now, so he's went for these jabronis like Tony Watt, the Ronaldo, and Sadio Mane.
there you go.
Who also likes him underage apparently. But anyway, we've got Dunfermline Athletic and Greenock Morton. What in the name of Christ has happened here?
Aye, Dunfermline, the wheels are coming off the bus here. What fair play to Greenock Morton. They've turned it around. Because, like, 10 games in, it looked like they were going down. But all of a sudden, they're hitting great form, and they are looking good for a playoff spot. Form-wise, they look like they are probably going to get that fourth place.
Yeah, it's actually an incredible turnaround.
It's crazy.
I thought it was game over for Chris's Morton TV, but looks like his flogs will be having a wee promotion push
Running
this
high.
season. But yeah, for Dunfermline, it's good night.
You know what? I would like to see Greenock Morton in the Premier League just to see Chris Morton hit the big time.
Big time.
That would do it for me. I genuinely would like to see that. Shout out to Chris Morton's TV.
Anyway, Inverness Caledonian Thistle get beat by the Spiders 1-0. They get caught in the web. Dom Thomas hit them with a... No?
No.
Anyway, let's look at the championship table. We're almost at the league we want to talk about, alright? Dundee United top, Raith Rovers, so all the games in hand have been played between the top two, so thoughts on that? Raith Rovers got a chance still? No.
I mean, yeah, they've got a chance, but you feel like if they drop points before Dundee United do it, it's probably all over.
Game over, yep. Arbroath.
Well, what I would say is Dundee United aren't that great. I mean, their form isn't good.
It's mad, I completely forgot Scott Brown was in charge of United. I probably should have talked about that.
Like, Dundee United's away form's been good, but if you look at their home form, it's like they're less than 50% at home, which is a weird statistic. You'd think it'd be higher, but then again, their away form's making up for it, so... But you could also say the same about Raith. Raith's away form is so much better than the home form. So it's kind of weird how the top two teams are relying on their away form to make up for their,
mediocre.
It's not bad home form, but you wouldn't expect to be top of the league.
Dropping more points in more of the games than you've actually won all three is weird.
You wouldn't expect to be top of the league in second place with that sort of home form.
No.
But there you go, both of those teams.
Definitely not. You look through the league. I mean, Scott Brown, can he finish anywhere? What should Scott Brown be aiming for? Bear in mind, he's played a lot more games than teams above, so what can he realistically do? Around about 6th? Keep them up?
Aye, it's probably just a
Keep them up.
consolidate this
Fair
season.
enough. Arbroath, I think, are down.
It's not looking good for
I say I
Arbroath.
think they're down. They could easily sort it out. But let's talk about teams that are down, and that will be Livingston, but that will be in a wee bit, because it's Premiership time. Your team came back, Shankland.
Shankland does what Shanks does, and yeah, that's score goals. Hearts do what Hearts do. That's beat Dundee by 3-2. Just another day at the office here for Stevie Naismith.
He's the man.
Yep, I
You
think...
and Cameron need to fucking take it back.
I still don't want him as the manager, but you know what? I need to give him a wee bit of credit here. He's turned it around. 7,500 as well at Dens Park.
That's a good wee turnout, but yeah.
You know what, Dundee, I actually thought they'd get something today because sort of probably one of... I think it's between them and Kilmarnock to see who's had the best season so far. I mean, both of them punching above their weight.
Absolutely. Not St Mirren up next, no.
See, what I would say, I would actually probably say Kelly, because I'd say Dundee actually, because I half expected Kelly to push for the top 6 this season and look for a European spot under McKinn's, whereas Dundee, I thought they'd stay up, but they're actually doing more than stay up. They're, you know what I mean? They're looking like they actually could be a top 6 side as well. So
It'd be good to see European football at Dundee. I've no real issues with Dundee.
well, I mean, we've seen it at Dundee United, and that didn't end too well. So
Well, it ended alright at Tannadice.
I just know when I went to the actual European part, you know, the part where you travel.
Yep, that bit was shite.
Aye, it was, aye.
Let's talk about Hibs though, 3-0.
Speaking of shite, let's talk about Hibs.
Gollum in charge.
Shite referee,
7-2.
shite performance.
7-2 for St Mirren was a steal. 200 in that. I should have risked it.
Nick Montgomery is looking like he...
As a fud.
I'm not saying he's going to be sacked anytime soon, but I mean, I kind of lost a little bit of faith in this guy. I thought when he first came... It's weird. The longer he's there, like the worse it's looking. When he first came in, the performances were decent, and he wasn't really getting the results that he deserved, but I mean, now the performances are just kind of getting away from him. They've signed a shitload of players on loan, which is never a good sign in my opinion. Like 7 loan signings, I think it was in January. That's just way too much. Too much in an overturn. I can see Hibs just falling off this season and finishing like 7th, 8th. I don't see them getting into the top 6.
No, they're done. Nick Montgomery, I've actually called them out for months. You've kind of said, oh no, Nick will come right.
You know what? See if Neil Lennon is still hanging about. Why don't Hibs get him back? Because Hibs actually looked a threat under Neil Lennon.
Yeah, no, they did, absolutely.
If I was Aberdeen, I'd give Neil Lennon their job.
Yeah. But they called it so quickly, though, with Ross and especially Maloney. I'm not saying Maloney's the man, but they've went through managers pretty quickly.
True, but they probably gave Lee Johnson too much time.
There is that element. Let's talk about Motherwell Kelly, though. Fan Fiend returned to Fir Park. Didn't get brought on to about 10 minutes ago, which is a weird one. 1 each it finished. Probably expected Kelly to win this game, even though I bet a draw, so I actually got it right. Thoughts on this? Motherwell, are they going to stay
Tell
up?
you what, Lewis Mail's been a great signing this season.
He has.
For
I think he's in everyone's
You've
team
got
this
to
season.
wonder, like, should Rangers have kept him? Instead of letting
I'm
him
not
go?
going to go that far, right? Because I rate him, but it's like people would rate Leon King far more, and he gets nowhere near the team. So, anyway, pretty standard 1-1 game. No team really deserved the points, but Greg Stewart and Kevin Van Veen, that's 2 great strikers. I mean, look at Kilmarnock's team though. Like Stuart Finlay and Mayo at the back, Armstrong, Stewart, Van Veen and all, Fazell up front.
It's a good side. Like, I mean, Kilmarnock or with their merit. Like, I mean,
that's a team that I could see doing damage in Europe, and I'm not just fucking overhyping them there. They've got strikers, and I think that the key in Europe is to have someone who can put the ball in the back of the net. That's why Aberdeen worked in Europe. Might not work in the league though.
I'd be confident of Kilmarnock winning a few European ties if they can obviously not get shafted and come up against a powerhouse.
Obviously, Fan Fee won't be there for that, well, unless he decides to stay. But let's talk about Rangers, a team that can get it done in Europe. Fabio Silva, Rabbi Matondo, Todd Cantwell. Right, there's an incident about Coldson, whether or not he should have been sent off.
By the way, just realising that the pound's down on the dollar today.
Is it, aye?
88%.
88%, I was just clocked on to that. What's that? Not 88. If it was 88%, man, would be in a recession or something.
That's true, actually. Well, Celtic are in a recession, judging by their transfer fucking window.
They are, but Rangers won, right? Goldson, I don't think it was a red.
It's cloudy in Glasgow.
People are fucking desperate calling it for a red. I mean, at the most, the goal would have got chopped off.
Wouldn't it have mattered? Rangers could have been down to 8 men. Livi wouldn't have got anything today.
No, I'm looking forward to Livingston.
Plus, they had the trump card, Brother John.
Brother John, exactly. But no, I hate Livy, right? I don't hate Martindale, but see the club, it's almost like the players just can't be fucked anymore, man.
Yeah.
It's bogging. It's actually, it's a shame to watch.
It's weird, though, because we could actually have 3 Glasgow clubs in the league next year and only 2 Edinburgh clubs. That would be
soul destroying. But let's talk up at Aberdeen. Oh.
Relocate back to...
Fucking hell, I put a lot of hype into that.
Relocate back to the Championship, Livy.
Who wants to even talk about this game?
Yeah,
Derek Adams is a fucking fud.
Yeah, no, I'm glad St Johnstone won. Craig Levein won. Derek Adams now. I mean, see Derek Adams since he came out in that big fucking rant. If Ross County even got a result, but yeah, they've put in a good
I think
performance
they got
against
a draw
Celtic.
against Livy, but then that's probably not even a result, is it? That's a loss.
That is a loss. I think that's the only time they picked up points since that rant. He's lucky, man, that Livy are shite.
Aye.
But even the way Ross County are playing, I would not fancy their chances of the playoffs.
No, you look at every other team in the championship.
Last season, they were so fucking lucky. I mean,
No, they
Partick bottled it. And you know what? I think Ross County are that shite that if Livy can just get a couple of wins, and I don't see that happening at the moment, but I would not rule Livy out yet just because of Ross County. I think Ross County are attainable for Livingston. It's the only team I can see Livingston catching. And even then, it's slim, but I wouldn't give Livy no chance. For me, there's enough hope there that Ross County are shite enough to be caught.
Yeah, if Livingston won 4 games out of 7, for example, they would smoke Ross County. But it's the question of doing that.
Yeah, I don't know. Could it be one? If Livingston get 1 win, could that turn things around for them? Potentially.
Potentially, guys. But let's talk about the game that everyone's here to talk about. Aberdeen won, Celtic won.
We're not going to talk about Kimbokia's first goal for St Johnstone.
That was a brilliant one, but
It's actually no bad. Anyway, yeah, let's talk about the game at Pittodrie. Stephen McLean was the referee. Bojan Miovski gave Aberdeen the lead in the 50th minute. Nicholas Kuhn got the equaliser for Celtic. Very fortunate equaliser. A bit of a miscommunication in the box. Kuhn finally got his shot off and it took a deflection and trickled past the goalkeeper. And then that was it. Just a 1-1 draw. I mean, with 27 minutes left and plus 6 minutes they added on injury time. So well over half an hour. The match was there for Celtic to take and get the win, but they didn't do that. And they have basically conceded top spot of the Premier League to Rangers.
Yep, and that's what's great about it. And the meltdown is in. I mean, it's not in.
Well, you sound fucking depressed about it there. Like,
I know. I was merely hinting, but you know what? Right? No, why I was a bit depressed about it
Celtic fan?
because I was thinking. I said it earlier. See what Miovski, the way he scored that goal. That's what I need up front at Rangers, and I don't want to be a sourpuss about potentially overtaking Celtic on Tuesday, but I just have it in the back of my mind that Cyril Dessers is going to fuck it up for everyone. I'm sorry, I can't help but feel that.
Yeah, you would just feel more confident.
But the guy missed an open net today, 3-0 up.
You'd feel
that
more...
doesn't missing an open net 3-0 up doesn't do anything because no one's going to care about it. It's when he did it at Celtic Park.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Miovski took on what's that Naroki today? Absolutely rinsed him and put it in the back of the net.
You'd feel more confident with Miovski or Shankland in the Old Firm game, wouldn't you? Or someone like that, someone that can score a goal. Anyway, let's give Aberdeen some credit here. Turned up with a manager and they actually got a result.
Well, they were shite first half. I'm not
I mean, they were shite first half, but you know what? Getting into the break at 0-0, sometimes that's the first hurdle. You know, you do that and then you can adjust and try something else in the second half because we've seen many a times where teams lose the game in the first half. So I think Aberdeen getting to the break 0-0 was crucial. And then second half, they came out and I thought they were the better side. I think they could have won on another day.
They could have. I think it could have went either way, right? Celtic dominated the first half. Didn't do much with it. But
I think Graham Shinney's a better midfielder than Cal McGregor.
Oh, I'm not going to comment.
I've always liked Graham Shinney.
How many medals did he got?
Yeah, but if he played for Celtic, how many medals would he have?
Maybe there's a reason he doesn't play for Celtic.
He's probably the best left back Scotland's ever had that couldn't get a game at left back.
That's a good wee thing to have. But let's talk about the decisions, the forward decisions. First off, look, Lewis Palmer's goal in the first half. Chris Sutton said he might be offside.
Wait, hold on a second. You tell me Graham Shinney when they get into this current Celtic team?
Well, the midfield is their strongest.
You when they start him over, like I know, but even at left back, you when they start him over Bernabe.
Well, of course I would.
I fucking would, like 100%.
No, but let's talk about Chris Sutton greeting about. Well, he wasn't really greeting, but he said it might be offside when it was about 10 yards off.
Yeah, that pissed me off. See, when you say might, that means that it could go either way. That means you're like 50-50. This was clear offside. Why couldn't Chris Sutton just look at it and go, he's offside, no goal? But Chris Sutton, disingenuous piece of shit, sitting there going, it might be offside, when he knows 100% for a fact it's offside. I just don't get that.
No, I don't get it. Well, I do get it. He's a fud. Like, no, but it's not even a sense of
No, but that would be like me saying, well, you know what, Hearts might be in third place. No, they are in fucking third place, okay? Just like this goal was offside. It just didn't make any sense.
VAR taking 5 minutes to come up with a decision was a joke.
I mean, it's not like it was the last kick of the game and he was desperate for the goal to stand and he didn't want to admit that it was offside. I mean, it was early on. Like, all he had to say was, you know what, that's offside. Let's continue the game, rule it off, blah, 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 blah. But he was trying to protest that this could have been onside, like as if it was, it might be, we don't know. No, we do know, just open your eyes and look.
But he did say Naroki should have been sent off, and he absolutely should have been. I mean, he tackles Miovski, and it's on the knee, it's high, it's not a red, it's a second yellow, and he said he's a lucky boy, so there you go. Celtic should have been down to 10 men. Celtic down to 10 men with Aberdeen dominating the 1-0 down. I don't see how they do not lose. They would have lost.
Brother McLean,
it must have been. Also, VAR broke in the first few minutes of the game.
Delayed the game. Also, 6 minutes he had it on time to try and get.
Could you imagine? That's true, but could you imagine, right, if they scored that first goal and they claimed that VAR was broke?
I'd be sick, wouldn't
like, considering how offside it was.
I tell you what, see if that goal goes in, you just feel like it's a floodgates open and Celtic win this game comfortably.
But they didn't, did they?
No, but I feel like if Celtic did get that goal that early, this game could have got away for Aberdeen before you know it.
And what I want to talk about just to end this, what about the Celtic fans? Are they entitled to call it their board? Or is it all wrong? I mean, their new signing scored the equaliser. Come on.
Very true, but you know what? The board were always going to get flack because they weren't happy originally, and if you do not win the first game after the transfer window, all fingers are going to be pointed towards that transfer window. They were 100% going to come under fire the day.
No, they were. Absolutely.
Now,
I don't see how they would have drew today and it'd been alright.
No, it wouldn't have been. I mean, at least if they'd have spent like 20, 25 million in January, I mean, they could have been. You couldn't really fault the board. You could just. It would have been Brendan Rodgers and the players that would have been coming under fire.
Well, I think it is Brendan Rodgers.
Well, no, I think I think the heat's actually off Brendan Rodgers right now because all Celtic fans will look towards the window and go, we needed to strengthen and we didn't do it.
Yeah. I mean, the team's still... I mean... You're alright, but let's not kid ourselves that it was a one-man team under Ange.
No, definitely not. But that's another thing. It's like, oh, we needed to strengthen. You laugh at these like Celtic fans that claim they need 4 starting 11 players to beat teams in the Scottish Premiership. They always talk about how they're a level above, yet they're crying. Oh, we need 4 players. I mean, should the current Celtic team not be good enough to win it, Pittodrie?
Of course it should be. I mean, I don't understand what the excuse really is. Now here, have the Celtic board got complacent over the years?
Couldn't every team fucking say that? Oh, we need 4 players to improve on our league position?
Of course every team could say that. Just, it's entitlement of the highest order. Ain't that right, Matty Miles' son?
I think it's entitlement.
Anyway, let's look at the league table because -3 is soon to become a toasty none.
A toasty none. Now, Rangers...
Above freezing.
Rangers can go top of the table if they get... Who they playing St Mirren?
Aberdeen at home.
Oh, alright, okay, well.
Oh, Aberdeen at Ibrox, come on.
I don't know, Aberdeen, they've got a spirited draw against Celtic. You know, who knows if they can take that sort of fight into the Rangers game. Rangers, if they can go... That's mental, though, if they can... And is that the game in hand?
Yep, that's the game in hand.
Celtic don't play midweek?
Oh, no, they do. The game in hand... The game in hand's against Ross County, but Rangers play Tuesday. Celtic are away to Hibs on Wednesday, so...
See if Rangers beat Aberdeen and then Hibs beat Celtic, will Brendan Rodgers be getting death threats?
I just think it'll be the board getting the death threats.
So you think Brendan Rodgers is saved because of this transfer window?
Yes, but I don't think the transfer window excuses you to lose points against these two.
Well, I don't like it's two of the big 3, isn't it?
No, but they're both shit.
Outside the big 2.
No, but my point is, we can't just blame the board. I mean,
Aberdeen not got a pretty good record against Rangers over the past 12 months?
Of course they do.
There you go, I mean...
No, but it's these Celtic fans that seem to think that... It's almost like they're delusional, man. They are, of the highest order. It's almost like Ange was pish and Brendan Rodgers is the man, but the board haven't backed him. How can you honestly think that? See these people blaming Kyogo for being bad? I'm not saying that Kyogo hasn't been bad this season, but how much is that down to him and how much is it down to Rodgers?
I mean, I don't think Ange really spent that much money, did he?
I know, but what you could say is he bought... But look at Alistair Johnston. He was great.
The thing is, so Ange had to buy because the whole squad needed fucking... It was a clear-out, essentially.
Yep.
Brendan Rodgers has inherited Ange's winning treble side. The side that Ange won 5 out of 6 trophies with. Alright, minus Jota.
Aye, but like we said, it's not like Jota's a one-man team.
Yeah, so I mean, I think Brendan Rodgers needs to... I don't think Brendan Rodgers can be called an elite manager anymore, right? See Ryan 118? Take your fucking specs off, go to Specsavers and get contact lenses or something because... or I don't know, just... Poke your eyes out if you think that Brendan Rodgers is still an elite manager.
You should go to Specsavers too, Jeff.
You know, like put yourself in one of those wee mad saw traps. Get John Kramer to get you a wee appointment, mate. Because if you still think that Brendan Rodgers is an elite manager, then I don't know what you're doing. But you shouldn't be watching football. No, Celtic fans would lead you. You stick to your wee gay wrestling, mate. All right. Wrestling, I love professional wrestling, buddy. No, but Celtic fans would lead you to believe that like they've easily got the best team in the land. Wrestling, by the way. But 1 minute they're like, oh, we're the best team in the land. Aberdeen, Graham Shinney wouldn't get a team for getting a junior team, and then the next minute, oh, we need signings. Oh, they didn't sign him. What is it? You can't have it both ways. I would make an argument that Graham Shinney would get in any team in this league. That's fair enough. I think he'd be near enough. I think he'd be rapping on the door. Yeah. That's my opinion.
No, we've said this season though that Rangers and Celtic are very average teams, but not the difference is I think with Celtic the problem is up front in their midfield. I think it's just pretty much as good as Ange, apart from not in terms of what it's doing, but on paper it is, and they've just missed Jota. Their defence of fullbacks and the goalkeepers what's killing Celtic, right? As for Rangers,
Yeah, but I mean, whose fault's that?
that's Rodgers.
Because it's the same fucking players that Ange had. Why?
Well, Joe Hart was still pish under Ange.
Well, that's true. But I mean, Kyogo pish under Rodgers, great under Ange. Taylor and Johnston, great under Ange, pish under Rodgers. I mean, I think it's Rodgers that needs to take some responsibility here.
He does, absolutely. But like, I'm not saying with Rangers. Obviously, Rangers and Celtic are obviously a step above the rest. But I'm not going to pretend, right, that Rangers are miles better than the rest of the league. But we need millions of signings. Rangers didn't need to make half the signings we did in January. We needed a striker. Yeah, we signed Silva, right? But we needed more people than that. And we didn't get that. So, anyway, guys, I think Celtic fans are entitled. And I think the fact that they've won 11 at the last 12 league titles, amount of trebles among it, man, they just can't accept.
But you know what? See if they lose the league, it's like, who cares, alright? Well, I know you care, but you've lost the league title, it happens. But it's almost like if they lose, there's going to be a meltdown.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't win the league every single season. Rangers fans don't have meltdowns every time they don't win the league. They've almost got used to not winning the league.
Rangers got ahead of Celtic by quite a margin with 55 and then blew it within a year, within the next season.
Yeah, Rangers should have dominated for at least a few seasons because of the gap that they had.
Celtic, on the other hand, right, have dominated Scottish football for pretty much like 12 years, apart from, the 55 season. It's a blip, and look at the state of them. No, honestly, see if they went through what Rangers did, and I'm not even talking about down to the lower leagues. Imagine they went like another 12 years and only won like one trophy out of 12, like the 90s. That sort of shite. In this day and age, Celtic Park would be burnt to the ground.
It would be. Anyway, guys, Rangers have won the last 2 domestic trophies that were up for grabs. Can they make it 3 in a row? I think they've got a good chance. In my opinion, they went favourites for the title.
What do you mean Rangers won the last 2 domestic trophies?
Aye, stand by that.
They haven't.
They have.
Oh, have they?
Won the Scottish Cup.
Aye. Not last season, the season before, so the treble last season.
Oh, did they?
Aye.
Ah, well, there you go. Talking shite.
Talking absolute fucking mince. Anyway, guys.
Oh, hold on. They beat that pish team. I'm not counting that.
Inverness?
Aye, fuck off. Inverness. Fuck Inverness.
You're not counting that.
Does it count?
So hold on, when Inverness beat Celtic.
No, that counts.
So that counts. Oh, fucking wind your neck in. Anyway, till next time. Peace.